Oh, and I'm back. Gamma 19, rapier. Right. I remember what build I was running, so. I believe I got to Farum Azula. No, I got to here. I got to the Forge of the Giants, which means I now have the choice. Yes, that's what I was doing. I was going this way to fight everyone's favourite boss in the whole fucking game. Dickhead Veteran, whatever you call him. I'll be honest, I actually do quite like that boss fight. I find his AoE kind of bullshitty, but I mean, everything in this game's got ridiculous AoE damage. It's not surprising or anything, is it? Oh, that's a cliff. Bong. Oh, that's cool. I've never done this with a headset on before. It it gives you the direction. Oh, there's a person watching. Hello, person watching. There we go. Oh, that sounds like shit goods. Bad luck. Yeah, I started a new playthrough too. I've got this hammer because I thought, yeah, I like this hammer. So I've got this hammer, I've got crack blade on it, I've got barricade shield on my shield, I've got a pike with golden vow. I'm going a proper strength based but sort of like Counter-Strike build. And I need a better shield because right now all I've got is the kite shield on it. I need a shield like this. Speaking of this, oh hello. Fuck! What? I can't. What? Well, as per usual, that was a very, very enjoyable first fight with that fucker. Now then, let's see if I can actually land a hit on him this time. Let's go for the rapiers. See if I can inflict some scarlet rot, and also use my kukris, I guess. Ah! Oh right, yes, of course, he has ridiculous ranged attacks too. He has lots of range. He can stun lock me if I go anywhere near his anywhere that his fire has touched recently. It will, you know, set me on fire even more. And he's dead. Yeah, for some reason I'm connected to the internet this time as well, which is strange. I'm not sure it will actually let me, like, invade anyone, because I've tried and never managed. But for some reason I'm on online mode, despite the fact that I don't have access to online mode because I don't have PlayStation Plus. Bonk. Bonk. You forgot, God's a hitbox that doesn't make any fucking sense. Seriously, this guy's so fucking gangly and you can target his torso, which is higher than most higher than most weapons can actually hit, or his head, which moves about all the time. Hey God, it is in it. What the fuck? What was that? That was just... Please tell me this fucker rots. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He's not susceptible. If this guy's not susceptible to Scarlet Rot, yeah, I'm kind of screwed, aren't I? Oh! I believe it's worked. He's Scarlet. Yep, he is rotted. So now I guess I just sort of run. And hope. Probably not. Well, he's at least taking a lot of damage. This today, I don't really like Clash of Clans. I've not played it in like a couple of weeks now. It's a pretty, it's pretty mid-game, to be honest. Or Clash Royale, I guess it's called. You're right. For fuck's sake, seriously? This guy's now sniping me from outside of his arena. Oh. And the Scarlet Rot is over. Oh joy. And he's dodging this every single time by slightly moving. Very slightly, in fact. Can we even call that moving? It's more like he's just sort of vaguely drifting in a direction. Oh, joy of joys. Oh, good, he's remembered how shit works. Oh, fucking hellfire. Torrent! Oh, for fuck's sake. Please aggro onto the soldiers. Don't even know why I'm bothering, really. I can't possibly win this. Oh, fuck you! Fucking hell! What was that? I somersaulted onto his fire with Marsh of War. Maybe, I don't know, the boss could stay still long enough to get off, I don't know, one attack with a fucking dagger. He's gonna move. He moved. He's gonna move again. No! I actually hit him that time. And then... Ooh. Somehow that didn't hit. And there we go, he's staggered. Okay. Motherfucker. That was closer. Maybe I should just keep using the fucking hammer and just hope I can hit him enough times with the Ash of War to poise break him to death. Because it doesn't look like I can proc Scarlet. Looks like he's got ridiculously high Scarlet Rot resist, even if he can technically be rotted. So let's let my friendly knights draw the aggro. Let's let the boss run away from me, because he's a gigantic boss in a big area who can fly. I was right on him when I finished that attack animation, and yet the attack apparently didn't connect, which makes just all of the sense. There we are. That one actually did connect. Good. 1, 2. He's going to be immune to this, isn't he? Nope. Oh, and also, another thing you forgot to mention earlier, gods. This boss may be ridiculous. He may suck, but also, he makes the camera a gigantic pain in the arse. Because every time he moves, your screen is a fucking blur. And now he's dead. And joy of joys. And now I get to fight a boss I actually like. Let's go fight the boss I actually like. Yeah, I didn't even give him time to access his second phase. I was like, nope. Nope, just smash him to death. worship the devil. Probably just, yeah. Hey there. Yep. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop dodging! Oh, right, yes, of course, there's another one here, isn't there? Oh, that is not a lot of time to be staggered after getting hit by a big hammer. That's one. And of course I'm caught on terrain, I can't move. I was trying to run in that direction, but no, there's a tiny bit of terrain which wouldn't stop any enemies, of course, but it'll stop me from being able to move. I've somehow ended up two-handing my shield again. And of course his blade just went right through the fucking floor to hit me. Because apparently, like, floors, the ground is just a suggestion in this game, really. As are walls, and shields, and hitboxes in general, honestly. In fact, most things in this game are basically just a suggestion. See, like, I had my shield up there. Did he give a fuck? No. No, he did not. I was standing right in front of him with this critical thing up. Did you do the critical hit again? No, it didn't. There you go. You die now. Alright, yeah, this one. Okie dokie. And up we go. My shield was up. Does that fucking matter? No, it doesn't. Gods, do you honestly think for the first moment that I have an idea where I'm going? Of course I don't know where I'm going. When do I ever know where I'm going? I run around until something kills me, or I find a boss or a site of grace. That's how I do traversal. Now I need to go back that way. Gods, you're saying to the right. I don't know what you mean to the right, and I certainly don't fucking know when you like mean that from, because the chat has a delay in it. So honestly, don't try to give me directions, because I'm not going to fucking know. Die. Well, I do at least like smashing those things to pieces. He's just walking. He's just fucking walking. Oh, fucking hell, there's one behind me. Of course there is. Right, back in the door. There we go. Oh, now. The absolute bane of throwing weaponry. A slow meander in the direction. Any direction will do. Now, I'm hoping this is the right way. So it is, because here's something that wants me dead. Oh. Ah. Good. Yes, gods, I'm fully aware that you want me dead. That's him dealt with. Who's next? Ah, you are. Hello. My hammer went straight through him. God, this thing has no hitbox. It is probably, I think, the shortest of the great hammers, which isn't surprising, but it also has less scaling and strength, which is quite nice. I'll admit, that's quite enjoyable, that is. Just thunk, and then he's on the floor. There we go. Oh. The Eclipse Shuttle. Weapon that I don't give a crap about, and wouldn't even if I had all of the stats required to use it, because seriously, why? And now we're at the point where I'm just going to start running away from shit. Hop. And in we go. Right. And for now, this guy doesn't give a shit about me, really, so I'm going to proc Scarlet Rot on him. And I say that, and yet I decided to kill the one that attacks much faster, much slower, and leave the fast one alive. And I'm dead. Ugh. This time, I think I'm going to attack the one, like... Actually, considering how fast I can stagger that fucker, how about I just kill them both and then use Lion Claw to knock him on the floor, and then hopefully Scarlet Rot him a bit faster next time. Or maybe just, like, not bother Scarlet Rotting the fucker at all. That's probably the best bet, honestly. Oh, fucking hell! Right, that's one. Oh, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can I take any damage? No. I'm just gonna hope that... yeah. It's like his knight aggro onto mine. He's now bled. And, of course, a gigantic AoE attack. And the other knight aggro's onto me again. Oi, would one of you fuckers draw the aggro, please? Considering that's what I summon you fuckers for. And another massive explosion. There we are. Now he's Scarlet Rotted again. Not that that matters, because this fucker's just killing me very quickly. And... wait for it. Wait for it. Could have been worse. No, I'm not interested in any of you. There we are. Now, would you kindly bugger off, the lot of you? And down we go. Ridiculously fucking fast! What the fuck? What's the actual fuck? I have a lot of health, good armor, and I can get destroyed by everything in a matter of hits. Fuck this game and its ridiculous power creep. Now then. Fuck you. Bugger off. Right. No, 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 you fucking morons! Do not attack the knight outside the arena! Although I'd settle for any of you attacking anything without that fucking crossbow. And massive AoE. Massive AoE. Massive AoE. And quick follow-up to the massive AoE, which will inevitably kill... And frostbite, of course. AoE damage, frostbite, and infinite poison stamina. Well, borderline infinite poison stamina. Oh, which fucking moron designed this boss? Seriously? This was made by the same people who made all the other Souls games and all the other... Well, they made Souls, they made Bloodborne, they made Sekiro. Did they fire their entire boss-making team? It's the same company. It was, like, created by the same people, or is meant to be. Who the fuck did they sack? Did they outsource boss design to a chimp? Right, that's one. Would you fucking knights of mine please draw some aggro from something? And of course, right onto me. Oi, my soldiers, would you kindly? I'm out of stamina. He's using a massive AoE. My soldiers are dying very quickly. I'm halfway proc to frostbite. He's still not staggering. How much poise does this fucking moron have? My soldiers are dead. The two of them together couldn't take one fucking knight. Ah, finally, he staggers. Fuck you, I'm dead. What is the solution here? I can't block his attacks, so I can't really counter. I can't stagger him because he has infinite poise. I can't gang up on him with summons because he has massive AoE damage. I can't fight him 1v1 because he has infinite health and stamina and huge amounts of damage, and I can't proc any damaging effects on him because I can't get near to him for long enough. I'm struggling to find a strategy. Like, there's got to be a logical way of fighting this. Has to be something resembling of... Right. No, 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 no. Oh, fuck you. Oh, right, yeah, there goes another one of his ridiculously fast attacks. There goes one. fuck? What is that boss? Who, in the name of all that is holy, decided to create that thing? I am level what exactly now? 90. I shouldn't be getting one-shot by enemies in this area. And yet this fucker kills me with very little problems. Like, no fucking... He doesn't care. Like, here I am again, going for this yet another time. And he doesn't give a shit. Oh, fuck. And they're attacking the gate again. Hello, huge AoE damage. Oh, pardon me, huge unblockable AoE damage. And of course, he uses that gigantic attack. If you're not in range of it when he starts it off, though, he'll just cancel it. Oh, for fuck's sake. One of the few unique bosses in the game. One of the very few unique bosses in the game. And he's only semi-unique. I mean, he's got a couple of extra gimmicks from the one in the lake. And here's the thing again. What exactly... How am I meant to get near him? If I go near him, he'll kill me. If I do anything... I can't block him, I can't dodge him enough, because if I... Even after I've dodged all of his abilities, A, I only have a 0.2 second window to damage the fucker, and B... Oh, how the fuck did he dodge that? How did he dodge my kukri then? There are no attack windows. There are no attack windows, what the fuck am I meant to do? He doesn't stagger. I can't proc any effects on him. He can dodge my knives. He deals AoE damage, he deals frostbite damage. What? There is no fucking strategy for this guy other than... There isn't a strategy. He doesn't have a weakness, he doesn't have attack windows, he doesn't have anything a boss should have. All he has is just, he's a fucking tornado. Like, they may as well just put a tornado in the boss arena. I should logically be able to fight this guy. If he had, say, an attack window, or even just, like, a bit less damage, or any less poise, he would be manageable. Or if my fucking summons would stop attacking the gate! What am I meant to do? Fuck off! The whole lot of you, fuck off! Would one of you fuckers please aggro onto the knight? Don't fight the big one! What the fuck? What am I meant to do? There you go. There you fucking go. No, he's now aggroed onto me. There goes another AoE attack, which it's impossible to dodge away from. There goes all my stamina, because you can't block this guy, because he has infinite poise damage. There we go again, with the massive AoE. All of my stamina is gone. And the knight has stopped giving a shit about my summons. He's bled, but I'm frostbit, and he's... Again! Go away! Aggro onto one of you, eh? I hate their crossbows. I hate that why did they give this thing a crossbow? Seriously. Because it just means that the thing you want to be charging at the enemy and taking aggro isn't bothering to do that. And I'm dead. Nothing I do deals damage. Nothing I do breaks his poise, nothing I do procs an effect, nothing I do can block his damage, and it's impossible to evade him. Guarding... I guess I'll boost my lightning negation, that might give me a slight edge. I can't find an idea. I cannot. Well, there should be a weakness. Some weakness in a boss's kit. Something to exploit. Something to, you know, aim for. That's just boss design. But this guy, what's his weakness? I mean, I suppose he might have really high resistance to strike. If he does, well, there's not much I can do about that, but it would at least make sense. But I have a feeling, considering he's a dude in heavy armor, he's actually weaker to strike than he is to most things. And on to his AoE phase. Everything it's going to do here will do a massive explosion. Well, he's bled anyway. That doesn't fucking matter, of course. Because he only gives a shit about me. He doesn't care about my summons. Those are just sort of there. And now they're not even there. Oh look! Oh, his one attack window. When he finally runs out of his stamina from all his bullshit. Does that matter? No! Because chances are you're not even going to have enough health left. Stagger, you fuck. There we go. When all else fails, blind fucking luck. I would like to feel satisfied about that victory, but it's not like I outsmarted the boss. I stood in front of him and spammed an attack. Did I inflict a status effect that would work well against him? No. Did I kite him around using a useful assortment of consumables and ranged projectiles and anything? No, I didn't do that either. What did I, in fact, do? Right, yes, I stood in front of him with a hammer and went bonk on his head. That's such a satisfying way to fight an enemy. I feel really proud of having beaten him. Fuck this. God, I hate this game. Late phase. This is the worst.
I have lost this world and death. Are you to commit?
Shut up. No one cares. Yes, you're gonna die now. What the fuck exactly is she even dying for? Should I set fire to the Erd Tree so what? You can... The player character can go ahead and contribute to becoming yet another asshole? Ugh. Faramazula it is. Oh look, it's Smithing Stone 8. That's going to be very useful to me. Except for the fact that I don't have any Smithing Stone 7s. So, you know. It's not going to be any use to me, is it? Really? Oh, is I meant to find Smithing Stone 7s again? Part of all I can read is it feels like something wrong with. So, as per usual, the chat gives me the introduction of what you're writing, but doesn't actually let me read the whole article. It's like one of those fucking websites that tells you the news. It's like The Sun online. Hello, here's the first paragraph of an article in which we talk about absolutely nothing. Oh, yeah, Pav, sorry, I was just, like, focused earlier, so I was kind of like... Did I forget to say hi? Well, that's another logical enemy to put in a game. Yeah, let's just make them jump around a lot and just be a tornado. Why is everything in this game like fighting a fucking tornado? Seriously. Seriously, could anything in this game just be an interesting fight? What are the fights I actually enjoy in this game? Radahn's good, because he's like a fucking raid boss. Rykard's good because you get the weapon, which makes him being a gigantic fucking boss actually makes sense. Malenia's good because she's actually an interesting challenge with certain weaknesses, like, I don't know, she staggers when you hit her. Who else is there though? I enjoy both of the fights against the mages, which is to say I like Renala and I like whatever the other one's called. The all-seeing fucker. I like him. And I like the fights with Margit. A game with 200 bosses, about. I can count the bosses I actually enjoy fighting on one hand. That's... And I've played pretty much all of the Souls games. I've not played Sekiro or Demon Souls, but I played the Dark Souls trilogy. I know that they can... I've played Bloodborne. I know that they can make good boss fights. They made so many in Bloodborne. So many of the bosses in that game were enjoyable. Father Gascoigne, still one of my favourite bosses of all time. Even the beast bosses in that game, Amygdala. Even the optional bosses, like the ones in the... like the ones in the catacombs, or whatever you call it. The labyrinth. Whatever you call that place. Chalice dungeons, that's it. Even the ones in the Chalice dungeons are actually quite fun. From Software know how to make good bosses. Why did they forget? Now there's a dragon here. Am I going to fight it? I might as well. Is it going to be enjoyable? No. Why? Because I'm trying to fight something the size of a truck, and all I can hit are its legs, which are the size of matchsticks. Because of course its head is just slightly high enough up that I can't damage it. Also, I can't lock onto its legs. I can only lock onto its fucking head. Or its torso. Can I lock onto the bits of it I can actually hit? No. Did my hammer just go straight through its leg without damaging it? Yes. Yes, it did. Does this game make any fucking sense? No, it does not. Again, my hammer just went through his foot, didn't damage. And now he's breathing fire between his matchstick legs. Oh, would you look at that? And of course, yep, tiny bit of an attack window there, completely negated by the fact that it costs 40 stamina. It costs me, a person with 40 in stamina, most of my stamina to dodge all of his attacks, and also he hits me. And I can't see him attacking because he's above me! I hate the bosses in this game! I love the weapons, I love most of the enemies, fuck, I actually enjoy the dungeons! I fucking hate the bosses! And that's meant to be the selling point of a Souls-like. It's meant to give you challenges. Challenge implies a degree of, I don't know, skill required? Is there any skill required in this? No! There's blind fucking luck required in actually hitting something you can't fucking hit. Because you cannot see it. See, right there, what was I meant, how was that fair? I start my attack, he moves. My hammer went through him, but it wasn't a part of him which actually registers damage, which is some bullshit already. He doesn't register damage. I can hit him, and he won't take it half the time, because half of his body doesn't have a hitbox. And the parts that do have a hitbox on, you can't even fucking lock onto them. What is wrong with this boss? What is wrong with this fucking game's boss design? Seriously. It's like that... I'm sorry to go on about this, but it's like the bosses in this game were designed by completely different people than all the rest of it. The regular enemies, I'll admit, some of them are a pain in the arse, but the regular enemies, they're quite good. Regular enemies are quite fun to fight. They're fair. They have interesting movesets. Some of them have better movesets than a boss. The dungeons, good exploration. Some of the catacombs, some of the mines, some of my favourite areas to explore Farum Azula here. A nice area. It's a well-designed, well-thought-out area. Got an interesting gimmick in the fact that it's completely fucking destroyed. It's just a generally good area. The enemies in it, they're decent. Sure, 1v1, none of them are really a threat. If you let them all aggro onto you, you're in for a bad time. I have heard that Elden Ring was made with Game of Thrones something. Again, you can't write long messages in the chat. It just doesn't work. I can't read them. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about dying there because that was entirely fair. I lost. Made with Game of Thrones Ort. What's after Ort? Oh, author. I'm assuming you mean author. Yeah, J.R.R. Martin did the world building for this game. He wrote the lore. And that's nice. I'm sure the game has very interesting lore. I don't particularly give a shit about it. But I'm sure it's a very good thing that he wrote the game for this lore. But who the fuck designed the bosses? Because it is like that. It's a good game apart from the bosses. And it's a good game made by a company who... Bosses are like one of the biggest fucking things they're famous for being able to do. From software games. Challenging areas, yes, but number one challenge is always the bosses. Ornstein and Smoke, fair challenge. Because one of them is slow, one of them is fast, one of them deals massive damage, one of them deals less damage but has a higher DPS. Good ideas all round. So yeah, that's not bad. I like that as an idea. I like that as an enemy, as a concept of enemies to deal with. Ornstein and Smoke, good. Abyss Watchers, brilliant fucking fight. Even some of the more annoying fights in the Souls games at least give you a fair shot. Like the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Her main thing, her main challenge, is that her swing timings are way different and different to read than most other enemies. It's hard because she goes for sweeping attacks rather than jerky movements. So her movements are much more fluid. Her animations run together a lot faster than, say, pull back the sword, slash, sword comes to a stop. No, hers flow together like a dance. That's cool. That's good boss design, because once you understand that, once you realise that dodging her abilities is more like a rhythm game than, you know, being able to read what the boss is doing. You're just meant to go, right, 1, 2, 3, dodge, 1, 2, 3, dodge, 1, 2, 3, dodge, instead of reading the attacks. That's good. And once you get the trick, once you get what she's doing, who's attacking you now? Once you get why the dancer is a good enemy, she is manageable, and you feel like you've overcome a challenge. You don't feel like you overcome a challenge when you beat something in this game. It's not challenging, it's just hard. See, I don't mind this. I lost there, that's fine. This is a hard area. The enemies deal lots of lightning damage, they're fast, and do massive damage with their swords. It's a fair fight. The bosses, though, they're never fair. They're not challenges. They are just big, annoying blocks of damage. How? It's like they were... It literally feels like it was designed by a completely different team, the bosses in this game. So many of the basic enemies are more fun to fight than a boss. And that's fucking pathetic. Clean Rot Knights, I know they are a boss sometimes. They shouldn't be, but they are sometimes. And I would honestly just prefer that there be a couple of Clean Rot Knights as a boss. Because they have a ridiculously cool moveset. They have a cool moveset, interesting tricks, good AI, fair hitboxes, they stagger when they take a hit, give them a bit more health, give them a tiny bit more damage, stick them in a room with you, and yep, you've got a fun boss fight. Why couldn't they have stuck to the Dark Souls 2 formula of giving you some dudes in armor to fight a lot of the time? Well, actually, they did give you dudes in armor to fight. That was the Lord Nile fight, which is what got me onto this rant in the first place. That was not good boss design, because where was the challenge? I mean, I literally stood in front of the guy and spammed one ability which had a vague chance of actually doing much, until it either worked or I died. I didn't beat the fucker, I got lucky. Strategy. I have a oh, fuck you. I had a strategic build on this game. I've got shield, check. The other shit I've got, a bow, all that, that's useful. I can proc status effects on things, useful. Does any of that matter? No. It doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because nothing in this game matters other than stand in front of something and spam your Ash of War. I was going for a strategic build, and it's gotten to the point in the game where no matter how clever I play, the only sensible solution is to have a big hammer and hit things with it. Oh, fuck it, I can't be bothered. I should probably go upgrade the big stupid hammer and probably reallocate my stats to just be strength and health and stamina, and then just sort of stand in front of shit and hit them. It's not a particularly fun way to fight, but now that I've gotten past the fire giants, none of the rest of the bosses require any brains to actually take them on. Just require you to get lucky enough with their AI that they actually give you the opportunity to hit them occasionally. Would you mind if I just, like, rested? I don't care. I really don't. I'm not interested in these enemies. That's another thing this game doesn't do well, the fucking scaling. In the late game now, I've got a huge amount of health. Things shouldn't be able to kill me in 2 seconds. Things can kill me in 2 seconds. They shouldn't be able to. Makes no fucking sense whatsoever that they can, and yet they all do. Oh, fucking hell. What do you mean, church? Did I not activate the Sight of Grace in her fucking room? Lucaria, debate parlor. School act. No, I didn't. Did I even do this boss? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did this boss. I did. I remember I converted her. Not converted, I sold her, Rune shit. Yeah, I just decided that I was going to let that thing hit me, but not take any damage. God, this fucking game. It is simultaneously brilliant and so bad. And it's fun up to a point. Like when I was moving through all the mines before actually starting and just fighting my way through that, that's fun. Is this any fun? Yeah, this area. Everything up to about here is quite enjoyable. Everything after here is not. It's shit. And everything in all of this area is also completely, like, shouldn't exist, and neither should this area at all. It should be this bit all around this area. Really, they could have just stuck Limgrave onto the bottom of here, which honestly, it literally looks like there's a map, like there's a hole in it where Limgrave could be. Just remove Liurnia, stick Limgrave and Caelid right in here, and have Limgrave, Caelid, and the Atlas Plateau. In fact, you don't even need to, because the Atlas Plateau is so fucking huge, you could fit most of the stuff in Limgrave in the Atlas Plateau, and still not have to expand the game. Literally just cut off everything below the start of the Atlas Plateau. Start the game here. Literally, have this be all of the opening area. And then there's the city, and then there's the volcano, and then there's a big fort that you need to fight, and then there's a floating city in Farum Azula and a hidden city in the Haligtree. There we go. Good game. Very good. Big fight, big raid boss fight with him. Fun. Enemy that follows you through the game and gets stronger and stronger each time you fight him. Smargit. Good. Big boss that uses the that actually feels like a giant boss. Good. Fun mage. Good. Mage fight. Yep. Fine. And then you fight your way up the Haligtree, not the Haligtree, the Erdtree, and you get in, and you don't do anything, and there are no thorns blocking your path, and you don't need to set fire to the fucking thing. And destroy the city, which was one of the only interesting areas in the game anyway. And voila, you have a good game, which is one. Take away everything underground, I'd say, or even just like half the underground shit, I'd say you have a game that's a third of the size, but much more densely packed, and about 10 times more enjoyable.
Where did he flee?
Shut up.
To become. Now.
There we are. Depression has now kicked in, because I just sacrificed my quite interesting build because it doesn't actually work very well anymore. I'll just go back to being a fucking one-trick pony with one Ash of War, which I spam against everything. Oh, how fun that will be. Right. Anything else I should be doing right now? This shit's on fire. I need to get to Farum Azula and get to Farum Azula, get the Destined Death shit. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother fighting my way through the Haligtree on this playthrough. Yeah, I need to find a better game to stream. Maybe I'll buy Dark Souls 3 on my PS5 and stream that. Because that's a good game. I can sing the praises of that game the entire time I'm playing it. Because it's actually good. The weapons are a bit lame compared to the weapons in Elden Ring. Honestly, give me Elden Ring's weapons in Dark Souls 3, and you have my favourite game ever. Hello. And I'm dead. Try again. Wait, why am I even going this way? This is the wrong direction. Or is it the wrong direction? Oh, I don't know. I'll fucking care. What way do I go? Oh, this way. Right. There we are. Jump. That fall would kill a person. Oh look, a skeleton that I'm not going to bother fighting. Oh look, another thing I'm not going to bother fighting. Look, a whole bunch of shit I'm not going to bother fighting because you're not giving me any incentive to fight them because they don't even drop much in the way of resources or materials. And why the fuck would you make an area, an interesting area, that a person who would logically fight their way through instead of just running through without fighting anything? It's a huge amount of risk for absolutely no reward. See, if I knew that thing there was going to give me a whole bunch of runes when I kill him, I might be incentivized to actually bother. I'm not incentivized to actually bother. I'm going to see how many runes this thing gives me. It gives me... Oh, right, yeah, I need to hit this thing again, but... Wow, 1,400. That's not even a tenth of what I need to level up. Not even, like, I don't think that's even 1%. No, it's over 1%. It's what, 3% of what you need to level up? Once. Now, of course, given that everything can, like, two-shot you, even if you do level up by... Even if you do accumulate enough runes by fighting your way through something, chances are you're gonna, like, die before you get there. Oh, look, I have a huge amount of armor, a massive amount of HP, loads of stamina. Can I power stance my way through a guy spinning a stick? No, I fucking can't. Hey. How fucking enjoyable. Yeah, I need to buy a better game to stream. One I actually like. Dark Souls 3 without the fucking DLC, because the DLC sucks ass. The DLC has the same problems as this game. In fact, I believe that Dark Souls 3 DLC is literally the beginning of the end for this game, for this gaming company. Because they made Bloodborne, good. They made the Bloodborne DLC, good. They made everything in that game quite good. And they made Dark Souls 3, it was amazing! And then they made the DLC, and I got to the DLC, and I was like, okay, they're trying something new. They're trying huge open areas, lots of sight lines, lots of damage, not much to actually be bothered with most of the time. We're going to give you a whole bunch of enemies that is really more interesting to run past than fight. I was just like, yeah, what, why? This is meant to be the swan song of your entire fucking trilogy of Dark Souls games, and it is lame. It feels rushed. Feels like you didn't even put any thought into the areas you were making. You just decided, hey, let's give some better weapons and some better armor and hope that everyone's happy. Godskin Duo, and thank you, Meat Shields. I'm gonna bother with the small one now. And the small one doesn't even take much damage. And of course he's being attacked by two knights. Does he aggro onto me? Yes. Boing. Here goes the rolling move. This is dull, this is dull, this is dull, this is dull. And that's some bullshit. Gods, you're saying... Gods, you just described this game in one fucking sentence. Not even a sentence, a fucking statement. It's designed by fucking chimps. Two secs. I mean, return home. €50 fucking. I bought this game a long time ago. It didn't cost me €50 back then. Why is the remastered version, which is a game that came out after it, cost so much less? And why does the limited edition version of Dark Souls 2 cost less than either of them, despite the fact this? Oh, who fucking cares? Gods is now doing his monologue, which is, enjoyable. And I just came to a realization. I'm not enjoying myself. So I'm going to end the stream now and probably not pick this stream up again. I'm probably going to start doing a different one, maybe with a game I actually enjoy. you know, past the midway point, because that's when this game stops being fun. Yeah, I think I agree with Axe. Axe said he often just stops when he gets to the fire giant. I might just play through it again and say, yeah, by the way, Margit is the last fucking enemy. Margit is the last boss. After Margit, he's the last one who wants to become Elden Lord, and after him, no one is allowed to... This pillar is floating! This pillar is... Well, okay, that's fair. Everything's floating. So yeah, I think I'm going to fuck off now and maybe buy Dark Souls 3 again for 50 euros. Fucking hell. Why is it 50 euros? I didn't want it to be 50 euros. It wasn't 50 euros when I bought it, and I bought it like 3-4 years ago. Yes, I know that it's okay for... I know the background is floating, but, I mean, the pillars. What? They get shattered like this. This one's on the floor, but these ones are floating. They could at least pretend to be considered. Look, I don't float. Do I fucking float? No. Do I even drop all the way down onto that platform, which is something you can actually stand on? No. Gravity is optional, except when it isn't. Whee! What games do I actually have? What else could I stream? Hello? Would anyone prefer to watch me stream Cuphead, which is a game in which the bosses are actually good? Online isn't working, it's lying. Like, I'm connected to online, but if I try to access anything, it'll realise once again that I can't actually... Perv says, I remember you wanted to stream and then nothing else. I can't read after that. You remember I wanted to stream what, Perv? What was it I wanted to stream? I tried that one. I tried Griftlands, but that involved a lot of... Oh yeah, Raft, but that's on my PC. I can't stream from my PC. Yeah, I think I probably will stream Cuphead because it's a game I actually enjoy with the interesting challenge. What are games with better bosses than Elden Ring? What are hard games that are actually more enjoyable than Elden Ring? All of the Souls games. This one is officially worse than any other Souls game, even Demon Souls. Yeah, gods, I just sort of like attacked him until he stopped until I ran out of stamina and then stood still and let him kill me. Hollow Knight, that's a good one, you're right, pub. And I own Hollow Knight. I do own Hollow Knight, so yeah, I think I'll stream Hollow Knight as well. Hollow Knight's good. Exploration in that game is good, and you know, runes are much more interesting than talismans. But yeah, that's got good bosses in it too. Shovel Knight is another one, but unfortunately I don't own that one. I rented it once. I rented it from our local Mediatek, local, you know, digital library or whatever you call it. I rented it, I played it, it was fun, and then I finished with it. Whee! So yeah, Shovel Knight is good. What other games do I even own? Problem is, the games I own aren't actually on this account. They're on my other accounts, because this is the account I set up for streaming. I download them onto my PS5. I own Persona 5. I could stream that. That's one of my favourite games of all time. It's a bit weird. Might not lend itself too well to streaming, but the enemies tracking is amazing. Is the players tracking very good? No, it is not. Whee! Yeah, Hollow Knight's not bad. Cuphead's good. It's just, you know, this game, Elden Ring, it's meant to be great. I have tried so fucking hard to find ways to actually enjoy this game. I can't. I cannot find ways to enjoy it. All I can see are endless problems with it, and endless missed opportunities, and endless bad ideas crammed into a game which would have been good if they'd just gotten out of their own way. Objectively, the lore is interesting. The dungeons are cool. I've never played Terraria, mate, so I don't know. It's got so much potential. This game, you know what this fucking game is? This game is like Stranger Things. Great fucking premise. So much potential. And yet ruined, I imagine, by just people being fucking dumb. Actually, no, Stranger Things was ruined by homophobia and capitalism, but, you know. Whee! Hello. Boing. 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 You know what Persona 5? Persona 5 is a JRPG. You enter the minds of evil people and sort of infect them with empathy. It's actually pretty great. It gives you a genuine sense of just absolutely fucking hating all of the people you go up against, because you're literally inside their minds and you can see just how shit these people are. And then you actually infect these fuckers with empathy and they have to feel the guilt of all of the horrible, horrible things they've done. And you're like, yes! And also there's a whole bunch of existential stuff, and because it's a JRPG, you eventually end up killing God. And also it has the genius idea to double both as a JRPG and a social sim in certain areas. So you sort of end up with this hilarious sidekick path. They enter their minds, like physically enter the dimension of a person's brain. Like, not physically, like, shrinking down and going in through their ear. I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it. They psychically enter another world. I mean, I could give you a long explanation of the lore of how the Persona 5 stuff works, because I'm actually quite good at that, because it's sort of like existential pseudoscience, and that, well, that is where I shine. But I'm just going to say, they're psychic teenagers, they enter people's mind, they make them feel empathy after fighting their literal inner demon. And of course, because it's a JRPG, you eventually kill God. Equally, because it's a JRPG, everything's very over the top, the hairstyles are ridiculous, all of the women wear tight clothes, and there is quite a lot of gratuitous fan service, also the ability to form a harem. Because yes, JRPG, that's how it works, isn't it? Playing through the game as an asexual person is very, very entertaining because you're just there thinking, because you can just select all of the most difficult dialogue options in anything which has to do with sex or romance, and you're just there like, right, yes, these things. It's quite entertaining. It does get a bit repetitive with multiple playthroughs, because... Yes, Pav. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. But actually, no, I shouldn't have fucking mentioned that. I mentioned that on the stream a while ago because Godskin or Axe asked, so they knew. And Shin knows because he's Shin and he knows things about me. Whee! No, I just figured you already knew. No, yeah. I'm asexual. Well, I shouldn't mention it, mate, because it's not particularly relevant. Like, Axe and Gods asked, and Shin was talking about sex like I had any interest in it, or was like asking me if I knew, like giving me a rhetorical device about a relationship between people. And I was like, Shin, you're gonna have to change up your metaphors here, tailor your pitch to your pitch to the audience, because I've got no clue what you're on about. Well, for the most part, I don't go around announcing my sexuality or lack thereof, because I don't see how it's particularly relevant. I end up telling a lot more people than you'd suspect, mostly because of just the fact that people talk about sex a ridiculously large amount of time. Seems to be a very popular topic of conversation. People just sort of bring it up constantly. And then get all confused when I have literally no interest whatsoever. That is a bush, not a skeleton. It can be quite fun, honestly. Like, there are some people who just don't... Their brains are incapable of processing the concept of not wanting to stick some part of yourself in another person. So, my existence literally breaks their brain. I like the idea of my existence breaking someone's brain. It is funny to me. Okay, I just barely survived that. Whee! I'm also non-binary if you're interested. Though I'm pretty sure you actually did already know that, because I think it's written in my description on Discord. Why am I only jumping to my death here? There are so many other places I could be jumping to my death. You didn't know that either. Eh. Well, as I've mentioned, I don't exactly go around announcing these things. To me, they're just sort of not that relevant. They seem more relevant to a lot of people who are neither asexual nor non-binary than they are to me. They seem to have changed how people perceive me much more than they change how I perceive myself. Funny that, isn't it? People perceive you so much based on your gender and sexuality that actually having neither of those things can change someone's perception of you so drastically. I can understand at least a bit being confused by someone who frequently changes their gender identity, or someone who changed their gender identity from that which they were born. That I can understand, but someone who has none, I can understand even people finding it hard to relate to people with different sexualities than them. But the idea of people being confused or even offended by people like me who have neither, I find that hard to imagine. Is that obviously I'm like an outside perspective here, so it's a bit tricky for me to know. But do people really like define how they see someone so much based on their gender or what they want to do with their genitals? I find this surprising. I'm sure it's interesting to... Oh, tell you what I could do. I could do Lies of P. Because that's a game a bit like this one, but it's supposed to actually have good bosses. Oh. Skip. 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 Ba-da-doo. What was I talking about? I've forgotten. Oh well, not terribly important. I'm just about done with the stream anyway, so... And nobody's watching anymore, so... Yep, I'm going to stop the broadcast. Or assuming Palf's not watching anymore, it might be my PlayStation lying to me again. Either way, if he wants to